Shiv Vadlamudi from Prime 9 TV channel. I'm here to cover the winning celebrations of Frisco City Council Place 4 and Place 2. Today is Saturday, 7th of June, where they had a quite good race, a competition between the incumbent and the other person. So we are going to go inside and talk to the winners, who is Burt Thakur and Jared. These two people won the elections for Frisco City Council. I'm here with Jared and Burt. We already knew that Burt was going to win, and so is Jared. So they're here. Let's share their feelings, how they feel today on the winning. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Burt.
No, you go ahead, Jared.
You decided?
Sure, Jared, you go.
All right. Okay, Jared, how is your feeling, man?
I feel great. Me and Burt worked really hard. We combined our efforts, and we wanted to really help Frisco. We met several months ago, and we decided to work together, and it's been a great partnership ever since. And so this is just a culmination of all of our hard work. Yes.
What's your feeling?
Well, I have to tell you, it's a historic moment being the first Indian American elected to the Frisco City Council, the 14th largest city. We have such a vibrant and thriving Indian American population here and an Indian population. It's so symbolic. Now, one thing I want to point out, Jared is Israeli. I'm from Bharat. We're both born in other countries. We've taken on America as our country. How symbolic is that you have an Israeli and an Indian who are now both Americans working together for the benefit of all people? I'm so looking forward not only to helping our community, but all of Frisco. And I think with Jared, we have an incredible partnership. Wouldn't you agree? We complement each other very well.
Yes.
We're very aligned spiritually. We're also very aligned when it comes to politics. And I'm so excited, not just for us, but I'm excited for all the residents of Frisco.
So what do you want to let Tammy know? How do you feel? What is your feeling for her?
Well, I first of all, I really want to thank Tammy for running in this race. She's done 3 years of service and brought a lot of leadership into Frisco. As we transition over, I think it's time to actually get to work immediately and, water under the bridge. What happened in the campaign happened in the campaign. Now it's time for us to work and start moving forward. One thing I want to tell to all the Indian communities, more importantly, especially for Gopal's team, I would love if Jared and I actually sat down with all the Indian leaders and other people, brought our community together so we're not fractured and divided. And this way we can have a really powerful, consolidated voice for everybody in our community so our needs are escalated. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, sure. So what is your message for Gopal?
This very similar to Burt. Gopal ran a good race. But I think my message resonated better with the Frisco voters. I got the Dallas Morning News endorsement, and that's what they highlighted, that I align with Frisco voters, whereas he didn't quite so much. And so, but now that the race is over, hopefully we can work together, and take care of Frisco. That's why Burt and I both ran. It's not because of me and him, it's about Frisco and the residents. My wife's on school board, and I watched her for 3 years, and that's what she's been doing, and that kind of gave me the inspiration to run myself. So,
Hey, I have a question for you. So we all know, there was publications and social media and all whatnot, right? Tammy kind of, making not so good remarks. So do you forgive her right now, or what is your reaction on that?
Look, at the end of the day, I was born in India. I grew up, my papa, who was my nana, he was the first one who made it out of the Gao and ended up becoming the chief conservator for the state of Bihar. I saw him once stare down a bull elephant as it was charging, and you know what he did? He stood still And then the elephant backed away, and then we got in the Jeep and left. It's in our nature. If we hold on to bitterness, if we hold on to anger, if we hold on to hate, it consumes us. Why wouldn't I forgive someone? Why wouldn't I realize that somebody has their own path to deal with? And why would I add to that? There are a lot of people in this town who really like Tammy. There are a lot of people in this town who really like me and Jared. There are a lot of people in this town who like Gopal. Just because we had an election doesn't mean we're not all friends. We're all humans, right? And so what I ask is this. Okay, we heard some things, but look who got into office. The very same Indian American that at one point was, we might have felt like we didn't have power. We might have felt like some things were said. But I think the voters responded in kind. And it goes to show you, America is great because of her goodness. That's what makes this country very special. So what I'll say to your question is this. Okay, it happened. Of course I forgive her. And I think that there's now an opportunity for all of us to heal, all of us to move forward, and realize we have an entire city to take care of and a large community. Letting go of hate is what heals us.
Hey, congratulations to both of you, and I hope and I wish that you guys do a wonderful job for the city of Frisco people. All right. So what else do you want to say to Gopal and other people? You were talking about the Indian leaders. You want them to come to single forum. Do you want to convey the message through our channel?
Yes. आप मेरे भाई हैं, आप मेरे दोस्त हैं. आप समझते हैं? You're my brothers. You're my friends. You're my family. You are Frisco. Please, let bygones be bygones. Let's have a clean slate. Let's consolidate. Let's unite. Let's realize that our strength lies in our unity. That's our greatness. And if we are divided, the only thing that we divide is our own strength and our own kindness.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations once again, guys, from Prime 9 TV. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sir, couple people told me that you are the man behind Burt Thakur winning. So what is your feeling? What do you have to say?
I'm very excited today because we are breaking a cabal into pieces, that sending two people, very transparent, very honest, that who cares for the community. We would have designed Frisco in a different way if this was happened earlier, but it was too late, but never too late. But we did very smart way to get these two people inside the city council, and I'm very excited today. And I know they are going to rock in the Frisco City Council, and they're going to be very approachable. They are people. Persons, I say, and I have made a commitments for my residents, saying that these people will come and give us updates what is happening in the Frisco city, and they're going to keep up their words. Whatever they promised in this election, they're going to keep up, and they're amazing people too.
So what is Burt? Do you know what is Burt going to do for Indians, especially Indian Americans?
I mean, I know I think Burt is going to stand for Indian community. He's going to be our voice in the Frisco City Council. We had a very bad experience from some delegate. I mean, a person who is what do you call like previous city council. But Burt is going to overcome that, and he's going to stand. And this is going to be a beginning of our Indian community voice in the Frisco City. I'm very excited, and we are going to do it.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for speaking with Prime 9 TV.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
So, hi guys. I do see that you guys are having fun. This is a winning celebrations, whatnot, right? So, can you share your connection with Burt or Jared? Who's your connection here?
Sure. So when I ran for school board a few years ago, I met Jared and Stephanie at that time because Stephanie was running. So we've been friends ever since. And then Burt, I met him last year, and he let us know he was going to run. So my husband and I met with him, and we just liked him so much that we just had to get behind him and help his campaign behind the scenes as much as we could. And Vijay was responsible for doing a lot of work within the South Asian community, getting the word out that Burt was also a South Asian candidate, and he wanted better for our community, and he wanted...
Yeah, so we did a lot of data gathering around how many HOA communities are around in Frisco, finding the leaders on the community, and then using our content to drive it, right? We didn't do a whole lot of advertising for him, but just through word of mouth, through social media, lot of meeting and greeting to the right key people, and then drive the message home over and over again. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? A personal opinion. I mean, I really did not go close with any of the council members. But if I see the city itself, to me, was growing. I did not see, anything that required a change. So, I mean, I wasn't very close. So, what would you say to that, to a common person who only sees the progress, the development, right? The city has grown big, leaps and bounds. There are big companies inside. So that doesn't align with the dissatisfaction you guys are talking about the incumbent.
Yeah, so here's number one thing, right? There is a phrase that the opposing party will always use, saying that your tax rates are not going up. Tax rates are not going up, right? But if the property value of your home goes up, the tax rate can be same or lesser. You still have to pay more taxes, right? People don't want to keep going more. Yeah. Frisco is probably one of the highest tax-paying nations, right? Second one is, nobody talks about, with all the big businesses coming in, there's going to be a lot of traffic coming to Frisco. We got to take care of our first responders, which they did not, right? Okay. First responders want more open, they want to hire more people. That did not happen, right? Take care of first responders. Safety is the most important one for Frisco, right? Next one is traffic, because it was important. So people came out and said, we want our voices to be heard. And these two guys did a fantastic job talking to every community member and addressing the problems. So fingers crossed, they'll do a great job. And so it's good for the community.
I want to ask a personal question to you guys. How long have you been married?
Is it 21? 21 years.
21 years.
Yes.
You definitely don't look like that.
Oh, trust me.
You both don't look like that.
Run for his money.
I was thinking, you probably got recently married.
No, we have twin 19-year-old boys.
19 years old. Yeah.
And they're at UTD. And we would love for them to come home. Oh, here we go. I'm going to cut you loose.
And this is from me and Jared, and probably from Burt too. So I got a lot of people to thank, and you're all in this room. Guys, yes, I know. I didn't forget Jackie. You guys walked your tails off. I don't know what the numbers are in Frisco Lakes, but early voting, it was so good. And we couldn't win without Frisco Lakes, and we couldn't win without you. Jackie, Jennifer, working treasurer, and he did them all. And he also was very generous in supporting my campaign and Jared's campaign. He probably can't even hear me right now, but I love you, Dad. Okay. So I also want to thank my daughters, our daughters, Marissa and Rachel. They've had, raise your hands. Okay. Marissa and Rachel have had to put up with a lot these past 6 months. And they've hardly complained, and we love you, and we hope you're proud of your dad tonight. We're proud of you. Yes, thank you, girls. We love you. And then I just want to thank Jared. I'm so, so proud of him. When I wanted to run 3 years ago, all he said was, you do it and you win, and he has been there every step of the way for almost 4 years now since I did this. And when he said he wanted to run, I'll be honest, I was a little like, really? You want to do it when I'm doing it too? I was a little hesitant, but I said to myself, he stood for me, I have to stood for him, so I did. And I could not be proud of the race that he ran. He worked so hard. And he had such a great message, and I could not be prouder to be his wife. I could not be. So, thank you, Frisco. We love you. Now, Jared. Let's go, Jared!
I'm still known as Stephanie's husband. That will never change, but it may change a little bit. I want to add a couple people. Mark Pyland, thank you for getting it started. One of that. I also want to, Cameron, I forgot his last name. Him, the pet people. Of course, everyone that's here. I also want to tell a little joke. I'm going to beat Burt to it. A Jew and an Indian just walked into City Hall. Your money's never safer. So, anyway, Stephanie pretty much highlighted everything. Obviously, I didn't win. You guys won. You guys won. There is no way on God's green earth that me or Burt could have done this by ourselves. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. To my sign crew, the ninjas over here, I threw my shoulder out and then Sam had to take over and I couldn't do him anymore. But I don't know what to say other than, I'm ready to get to work. I'm ready to build that pet shelter. And I'm ready to bring more jobs to Frisco. No more of these vanity projects. No more. No more. No more bonds. Frisco is still great. Burt and I are just going to make it even more great. And Burt's going to talk more than me, so I better let him get on pretty quick because he'll be on all night. But I just want to thank everyone. I'm going to be reaching out to everyone personally, and we're going to have a quick conversation to all you guys. What? Oh. Oh.
Go back, go!
USA! 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 Woo! As the first Indian American U.S. Navy veteran, Jeopardy champion, cowboy boot wearing, but most importantly, friend to all of you in this room, I want to begin by saying something that is very sacred to Indians. I want to say pranam. That means hello, but with reverence to God. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here, nor would anyone else. I've said this before, I'll say it again. In the book of Corinthians, in Paul's letter to the Corinthians, he says of the three great which remain, faith, hope, and love. Love is the greatest. And I ask God to bless everyone in this room to be leaders, to lead from a place of love, not fear. Hinduism has a word that defines it. It's called satya. Satya means truth. So I ask God, not Satya, I'm looking at you. I ask God to guide us as leaders so we unveil darkness. We get rid of anything that even remotely obscures transparency. That we bring truth, honor, respect back to the office. Jared and I will work hard to lower your property taxes. We'll work to fight against unnecessary, useless bonds. We will support our firefighters and police officers and first responders. Where's Mr. Widman? We'll work on getting an animal shelter built. We'll build a VA clinic. We will get good cell phone reception because it's 2025. Stephanie, I need you to unlock your phone, wherever Stephanie is. I've got a lot of people I want to thank.
What about code of conduct for boards and commissions?
Yeah, it's going to be merit-based. So, first of all, to my beautiful invisible wife. When I wanted to run, she used to force me to get out of bed and collect signatures. You remember that, honey? I wasn't allowed to come home until I knocked on 100 doors. Literally, she would call Dr. White. I had to go knock on 100 doors, otherwise you're not allowed to go home. Honey, I'm at 72. I'll get to walking. My wife is the MVP. Anybody who has ever run for office will tell you their spouse is the most important person. Know you, know me, honey. I love you. Pat Wamhoff, wherever he is today, along with Misty. Misty, you remember when I announced it was at your house, November 6th, Election Day, when our great president got into office. That's the day I said, okay, we're doing this. We're going to run. Melinda, thank you. Where's my buddy Jared? Jared, a Jew and an Indian are about to walk into City Hall. Your money is safe. Mooney, Melanie. I love you guys. You ran with us. You ran. You fought so hard. Sangeeta, you ran with us. You fought so hard. Because the thing is, when one of us make it, we all make it. So, Shrikant, how could I have done this without you? But before you guys think I've forgotten, the MVP is Sai Krishna. When Tammy made remarks about you, Sai, what I learned by door knocking with you, that man, that's a great man. He drove kids to school when their parents had jobs to do. He took care of families when they couldn't afford to pay their bills. Even while we were door knocking, everybody, every little girl, every little boy called him Uncle Si. Hundreds and hundreds of people. That's leadership. And I learned leadership from you. And if you hadn't endorsed me, I wouldn't be up here. If you hadn't worked hard, I wouldn't be here. And that goes true for everybody in this room. Melinda, Byron, Lisa, Ivan, Dan, Steve, Keith, Sam, your dad, and your son. Shrikant, Leanna, where's she? Where's Leanna? Hi. Linnea, sorry, I'm reading. But Linnea organized so many block walkers in her house, whether it was her or Susan Kirk, a whole bunch of people were there and walked for us. The Frisco Lakes crew. Where's Frisco Lakes? Jane Ann, Dorothy, Marcia. No? Okay. Anyway, Matt and Tyson, the firefighters who decided to get in this race, Rachel, obviously. But also Shannon Greer, Chris Fields, you know, that gentleman over there who happened to run last time. I don't know his name. Let's give him a hand. Mark Powell, if you weren't brave, enough to run, you think I'd be here? Heck no. Thank you. Thank you for showing us how to run a campaign with dignity and respect. So at least I had a guidepost to run it off of. My inimitable treasurer, Carrie Huffman. Thank you. And now, Dave Reddig, thank you for doing data and numbers, and despite everything that was happening with a rift in Denton County, you stuck in this like a mensch. You deserve a hand, sir. Dan Elmer like a rock star.
Yeah.
And to all the endorsements, Jared Patterson didn't have to endorse me, but he did. Mitch Little didn't have to endorse me, but he did. So thank you. Ben Bumgardner, Richard Hayes, Andy Hopper, all the people who took a chance with me. Councilman Brian Livingston, wherever you are. This man right here, Dan took a meeting with me, showed me a roadmap on how to win, and he executed along with his son Jack and Townsend and all the other kids who ended up walking nonstop. And look, you got Kelly and Vijay Karthik right here. Kelly, who took arrow after arrow after arrow, fought against the machine so hard she got kicked out of the Democratic Party. Woo! Hey, Kelly, let's say it all together. Welcome home. To the Indian community, I want to say one thing. You got Hari, you have Sri, you have Raju, you have Dinesh, Tony Singh, you have Jags, you have all these people, Kalyam, you have Satya. I mean, my God, I look around, I see nothing but friends. Will Soul, Shauna Soul. But most of all, I'll say this now. The election is over. The bad blood is done. Tomorrow, you please look at all the people around here as our friends. We're all Americans. We all live here in Frisco. Right? I want to thank Tammy Minershagen for having the guts to run. Okay? Whatever, I'll say it. Thank you for running. I want to thank Gopal Pannangi for running, because if they hadn't run, we wouldn't be here. And most of all, I want to thank everybody in this room, because this is not my victory. This is the victory that all of you deserve. This is a rejection against being in a club, being part of a cabal, being part of a group. This can show you anybody can win. And I want to lead and serve you the best way I can. God bless every one of you. God bless Frisco.